In the modern collector's world, the true brilliance of marketing doesn't lie in how something is made, but in how it's varied. Production variants, the glossy versus the matte, the foil versus the standard print, the limited edition versus the mass release, have quietly become one of the most effective psychological engines driving spending in entertainment and hobby markets. It's not just about selling a product anymore, it's about selling versions of that product that subtly manipulate the human need for completion. The moment a fan buys their first version, they're not just purchasing an item, they're buying into an unfinished set. And that incompleteness is where the industry's genius lives. Whether it's trading cards, vinyl records, sneakers, or collector's editions of video games, the existence of multiple variants transforms what could have been a one-time sale into an endless pursuit for perfection, each iteration whispering to the buyer that their collection isn't quite complete yet. What makes this so powerful is that the difference between these variants is often minimal. A shiny finish, a signature color, or a small numbering detail, things that have no functional purpose, suddenly carry immense emotional value. The variant system weaponizes scarcity and novelty, creating an illusion of exclusivity that thrives on psychological tension. Collectors begin to chase not what they love, but what they lack. The glossy variant becomes a mirror of status, proof of dedication, and, in many cases, a marker of identity within a community. This dynamic taps into what psychologists call the endowment effect, where once someone owns part of a set, its completion becomes an extension of self-worth. A matte version feels incomplete without its glossy counterpart, not because the product changes, but because you do once you realize there's something missing. In industries like trading cards or pop culture merchandise, entire economies are built around this principle. A base set might sell for $100, but introduce a rare hollow variant, and that same collector base is willing to spend 10 times more chasing it. The most fascinating part is that the companies producing these variants rarely have to increase production costs significantly. Printing a different finish or a limited number of alternate designs can cost only a few cents more, yet the perceived value skyrockets. The genius lies in perception, not production. The more versions exist, the more the market begins to treat collecting as an investment rather than a hobby. Suddenly, buyers justify their spending as smart financial moves. When in reality, they're responding to carefully engineered psychological scarcity, but beyond profit, this system cultivates culture. Variants become social currency, what you own and display signals not just taste, but persistence. The rare matte-finished cover of a record or the misprinted packaging of a toy tells a story of luck, dedication, and timing. Companies understand this deeply and use it to maintain long-term engagement without releasing fundamentally new products. By cycling out colorways, finishes, or region-specific editions, they ensure collectors always have something to chase, even when nothing truly new exists. It's a strategy of perpetual momentum, never enough to overwhelm, but always enough to intrigue. The manipulation of collector completionism through variants is a masterclass in emotional economics. It turns ownership into a journey and desire into a trap. For the companies, the strategy is nearly risk-free. Each new variant rekindles hype, pushes old products back into relevance, and invites both new buyers and old collectors to participate again. For consumers, it's a cycle of satisfaction and dissatisfaction, a paradox where completing the collection only ever leads to the creation of another. The glossy and the matte may look like simple aesthetic choices, but behind them lies a quiet understanding of human psychology, that the deepest form of control isn't forcing someone to buy, it's making them want to keep buying forever. In the end, variants aren't just about variety. They're about control, scarcity, and storytelling. They turn ordinary products into psychological games, where every new edition is another level to conquer, another reward to unlock. The industries that master this don't just sell collectibles, they sell the illusion of wholeness in a world designed to keep you chasing the next missing piece. It's not the product that's rare, it's the feeling of being done.